Hey guys, it's Blue Emerald, bringing you an album review of Crooked Teeth by Papa Roach. And this is probably the best out of the three bands that have gone pop so far. And I honestly like this album quite a bit. So jumping straight into the first song, Break the Fall. I'm actually not a really big fan of this one. It's a weak start. I do like the idea of like the electronics, but I feel like that it didn't really work the way they wanted to. The verses need to be heavier, and in terms of mixing, the chorus just feels like it's a little bit too loud. Like it's just louder than the verses, in my opinion. I feel like mixing could have been done better on this track. But yeah, the Break the Fall isn't too good. Following that is Crooked Teeth. Now, Crooked Teeth is actually done a lot better in terms of the electronics department. I listened to the first half of this album yesterday. I did not do the deluxe edition, by the way. There's 3 extra songs on that, but I didn't do those 3. Crooked Teeth, the electronics were done much better. And I love how heavy this song is in terms of like the chorus and the verses. I really love heavy stuff, and Crooked Teeth delivers. Everything blends really well together. My main concern is at the end of the chorus, it needs screaming. It's missing that screaming. But outside of that, Crooked Teeth is a really good song. Following that is My Medication. And again, this is another really well done song. The electronic mixes with the heavy rock well, like really well. It really feels like it's a song from like if Infest was made today. This feels like a song that would be off of it. Actually, I kind of feel like that's what this album was meant to be, but it didn't really turn out that way. The lyrics are well done. I really do like that song, My Medication. Probably my second favorite off of the album. Born for Greatness. This is my least favorite off of the entire album. It just sucks. The chorus straight up sounds like something you would hear in a truck commercial. I'm not even joking. Like, I could just imagine the all-new Toyota something truck, GM. Like that. Like, I could just imagine that voiceover over the chorus. I wish I was kidding you. That's a bad thing. The electronic build-up part of the chorus, while it's good, is really generic. And I feel like this song, had they changed some things, would have been good, but they just really missed the mark, and they missed it badly. Now, thankfully, it goes from my least favorite song to my favorite song with American Dreams. It's really well done. I really love how powerful and just strong the choruses and the lyrics are. It's really upbeat for such a dark theme, which is really good. I usually like that. I did say on Hamilton with one song that I didn't like it. That's because they didn't make the theme fit. In this, like, they didn't really make it fit the way they wanted it to. In this case, Papa Roach was able to do that. And the verses are also really well done. Everything about this song is really well done. I really like this song. Following that is Periscope, which is probably the poppiest song on here. But it's also probably my favorite one that does lean towards pop. It's really what Linkin Park and Skillet should have done, in my opinion. I love the female vocals that I can't remember her name right now, but it's like Scott or something, I don't know. I could be very, very wrong on that. But, yeah, that's really well done. And surprisingly, the lead singer, Shadox's voice, he's usually known for having like this sandy, like grouchy type voice. You can't hear that at all, but it's him. Like, you can't really, I couldn't even tell it was him initially. I had to see if there was like a second backup singer, but there was not. It was only the vocal feature, which is surprising. The next song, Help, I feel like could have been a little bit earlier. But I do feel like the lyrics are really well done. The vocals are really well done. I'm not too sure about the last chorus because then it just starts sounding like downright desperate, which is probably intentional, but it's like, it's a little bit over the top. And I love how it doesn't get too heavy. Like, it's heavy, but it's not like over the top, which there's one band in particular, Danger Kids, that has a tendency to do that sometimes. The next song, this is going to be a short ass album review, holy shit. This next song is Sunrise Trailer Park. And in terms of Papa Roach, this is unusually dark because it goes into detail about a car crash. It's very dark for the band. And it's also really hip hop for the band as well. And it's not really something that fits Papa Roach. The lyrics are really good and everything, like I said. It's unusually dark for the band, but the lyrics are good. But the song just feels too soft. It feels like it's lacking that heaviness, that bang that the other songs have. It also has a weird ass intro. Like, it sounds like it's like a music video type intro, and I'm not okay with that on the actual album version. But yeah. The next song is Traumatic, which again I'm not really a big fan of. These last few songs I didn't really like. But Traumatic I'm not a big fan of. The pre-chorus is good, but the actual chorus, Shadox doesn't really work well. We need like somebody who like actually has like clean, straight rapping and not kind of like the sandy rapping that Shadox does. And another complaint is that he kind of half sings the chorus when it should just straight up be rapping. And the verses don't exactly fit. Like, you got this heavy thing and then you got this like little soft thing for the verses, and it doesn't work the way I think they had planned it to work. And the album ends with None of the Above, which is a really bad ending for the album. The song is way too generic. It feels weak as hell. The chorus is good, but that's really all that the song has. The rest of it is just bad. Literally, you know that whole like super generic pop thing where they spell out something? Welcome to None of the Above. It is that, pretty much. Literally, the transition is N-O-N-E of the A-B-O-V-E. That's the actual line, and they do it twice. And I'm not a big fan of that song. In general, the album it's actually really, really good in the rock department, and they actually did pull off the pop stuff pretty well in some of these songs, so I have to give them that. It definitely has its weak moments, which I've pointed out, but Papa Roach has done worse before, with Metamorphosis. I honestly did not like that one. But I do feel the pop songs that they've done are probably the best pop songs from a rock band we've heard so far. Because we've had Linkin Park, which wasn't horrible in some cases, but I still didn't give it that good of a review. And we had Skillet, which was way too generic. So in the end, I know this is a short album review, being only 9 minutes compared to my usual 10 to 12, but there really isn't too much else to talk about this album. But yeah, I give this album a rating of 3.5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, that is my review of Crooked Teeth. What did you guys think of the album? You guys can go ahead and put that in below. Also, I'm always looking out for suggestions for any more albums to do in the future. I already know what album I'm going to be doing next, tomorrow. It's Fallen by Evanescence, but I have a poll. I'm going to set up a poll after that one to decide, do you guys want to hear Collide by Skillet, or do you guys want to hear Vessels by Starset? It's really up to you. But yeah, that's it for this album review. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Blue Emerald, signing off. Good night, everybody.